This thing on? Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you. It's always you.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50% of all of it.
Everything you just watched was created with artificial intelligence. Imagine being able to build worlds like this, your own cinematic universe. With the Stark AI method, you'll master the same creative technology that's redefining Hollywood itself. Learn how to design, animate, and produce breathtaking scenes with Sora, Vídeo, Gemini, and more, even if you've never edited a video before. And right now you can get full access for only $9.99 instead of $69.99. It's a limited time offer. The link is pinned in the comments. The future of storytelling starts with you.
Living creatures.
We lost. All of us. You lost friends. You lost family. We lost a part of ourselves. This is the fight of our lives.
This is gonna work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't.
Hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. Got dropped really big.
Is this an old message?
Ant-Man, I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me?
You throw another moon at me, and I'm gonna lose it.
Stark,
You know me?
I do. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
My only curse is you.
All that for a drop of blood. You have my respect, Stark. When I'm done, half of humanity will still be alive. I hope they remember you.
Stop!
Spare his life, and I will give you the stone.
No tricks.
Don't.
One to go. Where is he? Did we just lose? Why would you do that?
We're in the end game now.
I am inevitable. And I am Iron Man.
Where am I? What happened here? Why? Why are they looking at me like that? This isn't me, or is it? No, no, this symbol. What is happening to me? Who am I? What is this? No, 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 this isn't real. It's Doom. It's his mark. He brought this.
Stop it! I can't control this!
No! Get out of my head!
You are mine now, Stark. Who am I? You were never Iron Man. You are Doom reborn. The timeline is fracturing. Doom is behind this. If Doom has returned, all of reality is at stake.
Lost, something awakened. Where am I? Tony Stark, resurrected, but not as before. This isn't my technology. This is magic. What did they do to me? But he's not alone.
Welcome back, Stark, or should I say welcome to us?
No, this can't be real. In infinite realities, only one merger was inevitable.
We are Doom.
It's eating me up.
You've always been part of something bigger. You just didn't know it yet.
In another timeline, Victor Von Doom did the unthinkable. You saved me. Why?
Because only together can we stop it.
A new enemy awakens. The one who destroyed the multiverse. Then let's stop this bastard. The future belongs to the fusion of the impossible. All my selves, watching, judging. The past, the future, all collapsing. Neither were they a match for what was to come. I am the error and the correction. And he walks towards the impossible.
He's coming, and he remembers you.
I'm sorry, love, but I can't go back now. He's not just a man anymore. He's destiny. The final battlefield has no ground, no time, only destiny.
You don't remember me, but I remember you.
That's not possible. Not every experiment dies. Some wait.
I am what was born when you gave up.
Genius, hero, arrogant, traitor. No, I'm still here. When two destinies collide, only one universe remains. Now I finally know who we are. We are doomed.
You think you know Doom's plan? Do you think Tony Stark was a hero until the end? So get ready to discover the truth that the multiverse tried to hide. Welcome to Mr. Doom here. We reveal the dark side of creation. The sound of the world ceased when I sat on this throne. Not because the universe bowed to my presence, but because finally, for the first time in ages, everything made sense. My name doesn't matter as much as it used to. To many, I'm still remembered as Tony Stark. To others, I'm the visionary who saved the Earth. The billionaire genius who faced gods and titans with nothing but a sharp mind and steel in my chest. But now, the few who dare speak my name in whispers, do so in fear because they no longer see the man. They see Doomed on, and they are right. For a long time I believed that building armor, shields, towers, and ideas was enough. I thought that with enough technology we could tame chaos. I wanted to prevent wars, protect the future, prevent extinction. How naive. The multiverse doesn't need a protector. It needs a surgeon Simeon who understands the diseases that corrupt your veins and is willing to cut out whatever it takes. That's how I realized All our efforts are replicatives, aren't mutants, gods. They're all misplaced pieces on a board that's already broken. And when the board is cracked, you can't play anymore. You tear everything down and rebuild. I saw what was coming. Out there, at the edge of reality, echoes of the final collapse rumble on. Entire dimensions rot in silence. Timelines fold in on themselves. Alternate universes try to invade each other in search of stability, like ravenous creatures trying to devour one another to survive. This isn't just about this Earth anymore, or this galaxy. It's a bootle of them. So I locked myself in this castle, not to hide, but to observe, study, calculate, and finally, act. What I'm about to do isn't destruction, it's single quotes as treatment, but, like all true healing, it involves pain and sacrifice. The plan is already in motion. I have quietly created what I will call Doomsday Protocol, an absolute, irreversible, definitive reset. A convergence point where all worlds, all versions of us, all variations of reality will collapse, and, under my hand, be reborn as own truth. But there's a problem, an obstacle that not even my intellect alone can overcome. Reality, to be reset, must first be fully understood, not theoretically, not by the laws of physics, but by the very creative essence that sustains the multiverse. And I found that essence. Franklin Richards, the name carries the weight of a cosmos. He's not just a kid. He's not just any mutant. It is a living language, the perfect codification between what exists and what can exist. He shapes universes like an artist shapes clay. He creates, erases, alters with the simplicity of a thought. And that's why, he's the only variable that's still beyond my control. But that will change. I won't confront him. That would be foolish. You don't face a god who hasn't yet understood that he is a god. You study it, you guide it, you transform it into an instrument. Franklin will not be my enemy. He will be my mirror. Through him I will understand what the Celestials never understood. Through him I will do what the living tribunal fears to do. Through it, I will shape the new existence, and when Doomsday is activated, there will be no confusion left, no pain, no past. Only a single perfect reality, where each element is where it should be, and in the center of it, I will be. Do you know the difference between power and control? Power is unstable, brute, unpredictable, but control. Control is art. It's when you understand every tiny variable of chaos and yet manage to govern it all with a simple gesture. Franklin Richards represents the exact opposite of this. He chows in the form of a child. He does not know the limits of his own existence because, for him, the limits have not been imposed. He is pure emotion, expanded to the point of distorting the laws that bind all other beings, and that's why he fascinates me. I've studied them all. The Celestials, the Beyonders, the gods themselves who whisper realities and create galaxies with forgotten words. But none of them are as malleable as Franklin. He does not master the power, and the worst thing, or better, is that not even he understands it. It's like handing a piano to the screams of the Big Bang and expecting it to play Mozart. But I'm different. I hear every note and I intend to teach him which melody to play. You might ask me, why not just eliminate him? Doom, why not erase him from the equation? The answer is simple. You don't destroy a key. You turn it in the right direction. Franklin Richards is not the problem. He is the answer. With it, I will be able to understand the unstable structure that keeps this chaotic multiverse alive. His actions leave traces. Every reality warp he causes echoes across multiple layers of time. Some versions of me have already tried to fight it. Others ignored him. They all failed. But I'm not just one version of me. I am the synthesis. That's why I built the Echo Room, an environment within my castle where time and space do not follow any predictable line. There, I created stable replicas of every fragment of Franklin's energy, captured from patterns left after multiversal events. Every distortion he caused left a signature, and I collected them all. Imagine seeing a timeline where Earth never formed, another where the X-Men replaced the Avengers, one where Galactus kneels before a blonde boy with eyes glowing like supernovas. All these worlds were carved to be Franklin, maybe unintentionally, but even chance follows patterns, and I'm the only one who can read them. The first phase of the plan has already begun. I sent energy specters to test the boy's limits. I saw how he reacts to the breakdown. I saw how he tries to rebuild everything as it was. That's your mistake. He still wants to make mess that others call the universe. But I don't want to keep anything. I want to recreate, and when he realizes this, when he understands that I'm not here to fight him, but tows it as a lens, he will bow, not out of fear, but out of respect. And if you don't bow, then I will have to break it carefully. How to break it? Code Franklin Richards is the most valuable piece in this game. EO Doomsday. Doomsday only needs a spark to be born. It will be fed by the distorted realities for the fear the gods feel of the end, by the boy's unstable energy, and me. I will be the hand that wields the final hammer. They think Franklin Richards is invincible, unstoppable, untouchable, and in a way he is. But even the gods have human hearts. Behind that power, capable of shaping galaxies, there's a boy, a son, a being who still clings to feelings, bonds, memories, and that's where it breaks down. I studied more than your abilities. I studied your bonds. I saw how he looks at his parents as a reflection of good. I saw how afraid he was of disappointing. Read how he tried to imitate Susan. He bends himself to fit a mold that can never contain what he truly is. And this internal conflict is the key. Franklin lives in an existential dilemma. He wants to be a human among humans, but his cosmic DNA screams at him to stop pretending. And it is this tension that weakens him. He's not a villain. He doesn't want to hurt, but the world, the multiverse, is already bleeding because of him, even without his intention. So what do? I don't face him. I hear you. I created illusory projections based on your greatest fears. I had alternate versions of his parents screaming, blaming him for entire worlds that were torn apart because of him. I showed realities where he became a tyrant, a devourer of possibilities, a divine error that needed to be erased, and even if they were illusions, he cried. He is afraid of what he might become, and fear is the most powerful weapon when used well. Meanwhile, my voice guided him, calm, rational, welcoming, don't threats, only truths that others denied him. I said, Franklin, you are not a monster. You are a system in conflict. You have the gift, but not the structure. The gods who created you gave you wings, but they didn't teach you how to fly without destroying the sky. He heard me. Of course he resisted at first, but deep down he longed for someone who didn't see him as a son, a student, a soldier, or a threat. But yes, a construction tool, and that's what he will be. Little by little, he began to ask, what do you want from me? Why me? Are you going to use me? And I said, with the coldness of someone who knows he is shaping history, I don't want to use you, Franklin. I want you to understand, and with your permission, use what I learned to keep this universe, and all others, from shattering like glass. The seed was planted, and like any good gardener, I just needed to water it with time, words, and precision. Franklin began to doubt himself, doubt the father of the powers themselves. And when someone doubts their own nature, whoever offers a convincing explanation becomes a savior. I'm not a hero, will never be again, but in his eyes, I was the only one who saw its true purpose. He gave me access to your dreams, your mental projections, your daydreams of pure creation, and what I saw was indescribable. Lines of reality open like books, quantum connections between thoughts and existence, the power to remake not just the laws of physics, but physics itself, logic of being. And then I understood it wasn't he who was in conflict. It was the universe, which no longer knew how to contain it. Doomsday will not be triggered by a weapon, that it will be activated by an idea. The idea that everything can be redone with consciousness, with calculation, with perfection. And me, I will be the mind behind this. Franklin is just the ink, but I am the hand that writes the new multiverse. The universe is not perfect, it never was. He is an unstable arrangement of coincidences and impulses, an old machine, running by stubbornness, not by design. But machines fail. And when they fail, someone has to build something better. What I created is not a bomb, it's not a monster, it is not an entity that acts on instinct. Doomsday is a concept, that's the final idea. The thought that breaks all cycles and starts a new one. He was born here, in this castle. At the exact point where the magical and technological forces of my knowledge intersect like swords in an eternal duel. The foundations of the laboratory were bathed in particles extracted from collapsed realities, and his mental, the structure was forged with equations that not even the living tribunal dares to read. But that wasn't enough. The heart was missing, and that heart could only pulse with the energy of something pure, something impossible to replicate, something like Franklin. As he dreamed, as he revealed to me his fears, doubts, and imaginary worlds, I absorbed, not your strength, but your creative logic, the way he thought, the way he designed. Existence effortlessly became the central algorithm of Doomsday. Yes, that's right. Franklin Richards is the language and Doomsday is the code. The protocol was written using a database, built from the energy residues Franklin left in each universe he touched. I crossed patterns, saw the frequencies of chaos, identified the points where its energy overlapped the structure of divergent realities. I discovered that Franklin's instability is contagious. He doesn't just shape, he infects fabric of reality with new, unpredictable possibilities. And these possibilities collapse everything around it that does not adapt perfect. That's what I needed. Imagine an autonomous program, nourished by paradoxes. An idea that grows the more realities fail to hold up. This is Doomsday. He does not destroy with brute force. He accelerates his natural breaking points. He feeds on the cracks. It's not an explosion, it's Aslan implosion, a breakdown of logic, and when the universe realizes, it will be too late. I tested it in simulations. Of course, I tested it. I created controlled replicas of multiple universes, some with the Avengers, some without, some with mutants dominating the planet, others where Galactus never awakened on each version. Doomsday infiltrated and analyzed. He didn't attack, just watched and adapted. When the critical point was reached, it would reset the structure completely, erasing the causal memory and reinstating a single clean line, perfect, silent, no gods, no errors. And then time started again. That's the plan. I don't want to rule 1,000 flawed worlds. I want a single, perfect world, forged in my image, governed by laws I understand, inhabited by beings that do not challenge the balance with childish desires or random wishes. And Franklin, he will be preserved but not as he is. I'm already rewriting your psychic matrix. He still dreams of realities, but now those dreams are guided by my algorithms at my pace. For my future, when the time comes, Doomsday will be activated with a simple thought, and that thought will come from him. Yes, he will believe he is saving everything, but it will bear starting everything for me. And then, finally, all mistakes will be erased, including mine. Silence, is the purest sound there is, not the silence of death, but the silence of perfection. The moment when all voices cease because there is nothing more to be said, when the last mistake is erased and everything just is. It is this silence that I want to hear. It is this absolute calm that I seek. And when Doomsday is activated, all the noise of the multiverse will be silenced. There will be no pain left, no memories, no trace of who we were. The new reality will be immaculate, and in it, everything will be rewritten. In my way, the Avengers, they will never have existed. The concept of hero will be eliminated because heroism is born from mistakes, from trying to remedy mistakes, and in my world, there will be no failures. The mutants will be redesigned, no longer as genetic aberrations in conflict with humanity, but as balanced organisms, aware of their function in the whole. Every cell, every trait, every skill are mapped with precision, harmony, and function. No racism, no segregation, because there will be no division. There will be system. The gods, they will be mere echoes, primitive forces contained in psychic containment boxes, studied, neutralized, cosmic entities, reduced to algorithms, Galactus, eternity, the living tribunal, all converted to data, archived in my central tower references. Nothing more. Franklin will be preserved, but not as a boy. It will be a nucleus, a living library, an avatar of raw, contained and channeled creativity. He won't remember me, and you won't need to remember, because what he will be is already enough. And me, I will not be an emperor, not even a king, not a god. I will be the absolute vigilant of the order I created, the architect, the source code, the mind that zeals forward, never returns. And before you accuse me, before you try to label me as a villain, a tyrant, a madman, remember, you had your chance. How many wars have you started because of ideology? How many times have heroes saved the world, only to see it crumble days later at the hands they protected? How many children suffered on abandoned planets while gods played morality games in space? Your world was an illusion of balance, sustained by guilt, pride, and fear. My world will be a realization of what you pretended to defend. When the light of the new reality emerges, it will be cleaned, free, silent. And in that silence, the universe will thank you, even if I don't know why. And so ends the tale of the man who dared to rewrite the multiverse. To some, he was a traitor. For others, the only one who saw beyond the chaos. But one thing is certain, Doom doesn't fail. If you survive this far, subscribe to the channel Mr. Doom, because in the next video, the timeline can by Yuho will be erased.